Someone like me who has autism, who has a moderate to severe form of it, because according to my IQ scores, that's what it says, even though I am completely verbal. For someone like me, I want to be able to socialize. I want to be able to communicate, but it's hard for me when other people don't want to. And it's really hard because I'm also part of the younger generation. The younger generation, basically, all they do is play video games and, and that basically brings, a bad influence on children who are like maybe 5 years old. I've noticed in my neighborhood, children don't go outside and play anymore. They don't go outside and play with their friends. And there are some schools out there who don't have recess anymore, outdoor recess. Basically, their recess is play on the computer, or play their Nintendo DS or something, or play video games, And that's the problem with our youth, is it has, we have a problem with childhood obesity, but we also have issues with kids socializing, having social skills. A lot of kids nowadays are either being homeschooled or cyberschooled, which does not bring that social interaction, because the parents don't want that, and it's the parents' fault when it comes to that, in my belief. Me being autistic, my mother wants me to have social skills, and I want to have social skills, but the thing is, I don't really have the appropriate social skills, and I have trouble socializing in a group, and I'll talk to someone one-on-one with communication, but the thing is, socializing, when is the appropriate time to hug? When is the appropriate time to comfort someone? When is the appropriate time to put your hand on somebody's shoulder when somebody's crying, basically, or being upset at someone else, and you're telling them it gets better? And you say, you need anyone to talk to, I'm here for you. And then and also when to expect somebody gonna completely go bonkers out on you, It's completely hard. It's actually much harder for an autistic than for somebody who is what they would say as normal. This one person, when I was on Facebook, I wanted to talk to them, talking about how I wish people understood autism and, trying to please other people, because that's what some autistics have a habit of. They have a habit of trying to please other people. And this person was very uncomfortable, said, Anita, I'm uncomfortable with this, about talking about this. The thing is, the problem is, people are uncomfortable talking about autism and, autistics wanting to try to please other people. That's the problem. And the thing is, our problem is our education system when it comes to this. We don't educate people about autism and all that. In fact, I think it should be a requirement for high schools, colleges, and universities. Actually, all schools, not just high schools, but elementary schools and middle schools should, you know what I mean. But colleges and universities, workplaces, employers and employees, and students should be required to go attend a seminar learning about autism and taking seminars, and it should be every year, on how to understand an autistic person, whether it's an autistic customer, an autistic classmate, an autistic employee, or, because and how to talk and approach them, and how to appropriately communicate with the autistic. Because in society, we really don't know how to do that. It's not just in the United States, but it's all over the world. And autism, the rates have been raising every year. It's like, 1 out of 30 now, somewhere around there, have autism. Pretty soon, maybe everyone will end up having autism. And there are a lot of cases where it's not caught early. There are a lot of cases where kids are being diagnosed at a later age. Especially those who were born in the early 90s. It's mainly those who were born like in the 80s or 90s who get tested later for autism. And the numbers have been skyrocketing when it comes to autism spectrum disorder. So, for anyone who's watching this video, whether you were friends with me on Facebook, followed me on Twitter and all that, I still have a Twitter account, but I keep forgetting the passwords to it, and I haven't been on it because my show hasn't been on, and I've been going crazy over that too. Like my favorite show on Tuesdays to watch is Dance Moms, and it hasn't been on lately, and I've been going completely bonkers because it hasn't been on. So this is kind of like my video for today. I may make another one tomorrow talking about, again, autism and all that, and my opinion on the whole. I wrote a letter to the Pittsburgh Post, not a letter, but more like an essay to submit to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, talking about me having moderate to severe autism. By the way I sound, I may not seem like it, but if you have seen 2 of my videos where I was having a meltdown, where I have meltdowns and having stimulation, you can tell. You can also tell, like some people can just tell because I'm at school. Some people at school can tell that too. And, if there was a cure for autism, I'm pretty sure many people would want to cure it. But the thing is, you need to learn to accept a person with autism. You need to treat them with respect. You can't be treating them like any other person and be completely rude to them. You need to be understanding, and you need to talk to them calmly, not freak out on them and flip out and cuss like a sailor, because that's just going to make matters worse. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the project I'll be working on. Thank you, and goodbye.